Okay, hey, yeah, I just thought I'd do a bit of a video on this. What I'm doing, I'm gluing bracing. So right now I'm gluing the cross bracing on the back. This is a Canadian cypress. This device, this jig I have is called a go bar deck. Um, seems what everyone calls them. I have no idea why, but it's just how it is. Um, and I use hide glue for all my bracing. And this I have a little baby bottle warmer and a temperature thing, and right now I've turned it off because I have to let this dry before I move on to the top. And with the hot hide glue, you sort of keep it. I usually keep mine at a between in Fahrenheit 140 145 degrees. And one great thing about this time of year is it's 30 degrees now, so I'm flipping between Celsius and Fahrenheit here, but so it's 145 Fahrenheit for the glue, and right now it's 30 degrees, which is quite warm. It's a great temperature to work in, actually. Through much of the year, it's cooler up here. It'd be like this for probably a month or two, even maybe. So it's great to work here, and it allows quite a bit of open time for the glue to set. Well, relatively. I've run into some problems, not much, but a little bit. Like I have to be really careful with the hide glue, because I think the last instrument I made, one of the back braces wasn't glued down well enough, and probably what that was me not getting it fixed and braced quick enough, because it was quite cool here. What a lot of places do, like more, bigger, I can't do it, but some places is they'll have a room that's hot, that they heat it up, and that's where they do all their hide gluing, That's more of a factory, quote unquote, style building, right? I can't do that for a number of reasons, but it's even, I'm just gonna switch it. Yeah, I've even, let's get some distance. I've even thought about maybe not using hide glue for the bracing at times. I'm gonna think on that a while. Like when it's really cold, like sometimes it's 18 degrees, and that doesn't give you a lot of time to get stuff glued up. But I use a combination of kind of yellow wood glue. I use this LMI wood glue, which I'm really happy with. It seems really good, for a lot of things. Other than the bracing, that's what I use to glue things. And I'll glue the kind of the kerfing blocks, we call them peones, with the hide glue as well. I've thought about using the white glue in the colder times, and I'm going to think about it more. I haven't really decided. But one thing that I am going to do while I'm here is I've decided, up to now everything's been pretty old style, right? Like I bend the sides on a pipe with a butane torch, heating it up and stuff. And I'm thinking that I can't do it now because I don't have the money, but I'm thinking that as I sell instruments, I'm going to put money aside and eventually get kind of a bending jig. Let's look out here. You can see the go bar deck. Get a bending jig that bends over a form. I think I'm going to succumb to that method for a couple of reasons. But anyway, that's down the road. Don't have the money right now to do it, but yeah. And the other thing that's a little different on this guitar I'm starting now is I've changed the neck angle. When you actually, you know what? When I do the top, I'm gonna come back, and that's because I'm gonna brace the top on the Solera, and then I can talk about the Solera, and I can show you what I did with the neck angle. Okay, back to you soon. Actually, it'll be like a couple hours, but for you it'll be seconds. Hey, what I meant to also add is this base that I have the back on is dished, right? So it's about a 15-foot radius, if you can imagine that. So just to be clear, what happens is I've got these bamboo sticks, pushing the bracing down, and what that does is it pushes the wood into the dish, and the braces are shaped to the same radius, and so it pushes the wood in, so it keeps that curve, because the back is curved and the top is curved, but the back has a slightly tighter curve, I guess you could say. Right, okay, back in a sec. Okay, hey, I was just going to do a little bit of video, but I thought I might as well do a lot. like do lots of bits of the process. So now what I'm going to do, oh, it's so nice. Hello. It's so nice to do these guitar making videos out here. The sound, you can hear the birds and the sound of the water and the sun. So beautiful. Anyway, well, let's start at the other end because this is the first brace I did, so I'll start in that angle. Not that it makes that much difference. I'm just gonna take these out. And I'm gonna sneeze. What I find happens because they're kind of a little bit sharp at the end. Just little indentations in the bracing, But the bracing is higher than it's going to be, so that's not really a problem. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is just take these off, and then I'll carefully, because this has been glued for about 45 minutes, and but what I'll do is I'll carefully carry it into my studio area, and just let it continue to. It's not really dry. It's already dried and hardened, but just, I guess, cure is a good word. Just let it continue to cure. I won't shave the bracing or anything until I'll probably do that tomorrow or so. And that's that. And this is it. There we go. Done. Wonder if you can see the curve. Maybe I'm not. Probably can't see it, but there's a curve on the top now, so it's going like that. Anyway, this is my latest. This next guitar is going to be all Canadian cypress, also known as Alaskan yellow cedar. I'm going super simple. I've just got a thin line of black, kind of ebony type material. It's not ebony, but it's like that. Black. It's just very thin, and the binding's going to be just black, no purfling. Very simple. And the rosette that I've chosen, that I made last summer, reflects that a little bit, but with more detail in it. Anyway, super excited about this one, as I am about everyone. Anyway, back in a sec. Maybe I'll do a little tour while ooh, that's hot. Do a little tour while the glue heats up. Oh, hang on a sec. A sec. Okay, we're back. Oh, the glue's actually a good temperature right now. We'll let that heat up for a bit. It's pretty good, this baby bottle warmer. Works pretty well. Anyway, so this is the top, and this is the Solera. It's kind of, you could almost call it a kind of work board, That's where I do all my layout. And I'm doing, each time, the Solera is evolving, right? As I build guitars and change them. And I was talking a bit about changing the angle of the neck. So the angle here goes kind of, let's see what works. It's like an angle down, right? Which means it ends up being an angle up in the guitar. It's really subtle. Like before, I had it set at a very, very shallow, somewhat shallow angle, we'll say. And then I was also tapering the fingerboard to allow clearance for the strings. And it was working really well. But then I thought, I'm going to try this. So now I've got it set up. Now with this here, this tape, I've just leveled it out. So when the guitar neck is attached, it should be around 1.6 to 1.8 millimeters difference. It's such tiny numbers we're using here. Anyway, basically what I'm going to do here, actually I might actually video me gluing. I've done a brace gluing video before, but might as well do another. But anyway, I'm going to start with these braces, and I've shaped them, right? So they've taken the curve of the, see how I press down, can you see the top move? Because this is dished as well, right? So it's like, there's a dishing that goes from about here. So like this brace is just on the edge of the dishing, and then the whole thing's dished here, right? And then it's flat up here. And kind of flat here, and the dishing on mine goes like this at the moment. And I've been adjusting the dishing as I go along, bit by bit, This is the fun thing for me, right? I love all this tweaking. For better or for worse, I like to do it. Anyway, but right now what I'm going to do is I have to raise the table up a bit, because this Solera is higher up than the back mold thingy. So I'm just going to raise this up and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, let's continue on. Now I'm going to do some brake. See what the... Oh, yep, definitely warm enough. Just on the edge, 145 right now, which is actually perfect, I'd say. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Let's get some bracings going. Sometimes I have to juggle a bit. They're too short sometimes and don't want them too long. I don't want too much pressure, but I want some pressure. Okay, so where are we going to start? Let's start at the far end. That's logical. Okay, so number 1 is going right here. And I've got it marked. You probably can't see the pencil lines, but I've got it marked here. But I mean, if I'm a little bit off, I don't get worried about that at all, because it don't really matter. And it doesn't hurt to be allowing things to change as you go. Is that the right word? I don't know. Anyway, so kind of like I do kind of a rub joint actually. Like oh, that's globbed on pretty fast. There's this thing called a rub joint where you rub it back and forth until it clicks in. Put a bit too much glue on that one. What I'll do is I'll glue it and then come back a little later and the glue kind of gets all gummy, kind of, you know? And it's easy to get off. I'll just use a pointed stick. What about a pointed stick? How to defend yourself from a man wielding a banana. A fruit not good enough for you? Pointed stick. Okay, here we go. And one nice thing about the high glue is that if you hold it in there until it grabs, then it, well, grabs. And that's nice. So it doesn't like slide around. It can slide around if you put it on and it's still wet, you know. I definitely put too much on that one. I guess I was excited because I'm being filmed. I'm gonna be famous now. Okay, well, we'll take her easy on the next one. I've got, on each brace I have them numbered and I have the direction that I want to put them. Yeah, I wonder if I should put another one in there. I kind of feel like I should. Let's see now. How about we do put one right here? And you know, like the back bracing, these are a lot higher than they're going to be when I trim them down. So I'll glue them down and then do a bunch of trimming. That's how I do it. Seems to make sense. How's our temperature? Temperature's not bad. Just I should get away with turning it off. I've got water in here. Okay. Got to be pretty fast. Even though the temperature is nice right now, around 30. So to get this thing down, you know, in 10 to 15 seconds if you can. Okay, we'll rub that in. Okay. Oh, sliding too much. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Oh, still a bit too much glue. What am I doing today? I'm just too enthusiastic, I guess. So, get the microphone cable in the way, of course. So what I do is I'll put in the bottom. Now I'm keeping pressure on it while I'm doing this because I want to, because by gluing the bracing in, I'm forming the curve, the dish as well, right? In the brace, in the top. Like if you get into guitar making, boy, you could spend hours and hours just, oh, that's too short, just exploring different curves. Oh, here's my short ones, sorry. These are the long ones. Different curves, you know, and you know, some, what the hell? That's not helpful. Okay. Different, you know, like you can even build the guitar top flat, but the general consensus is that a curved top is stronger, probably sounds better and all kinds of things, you know. Yeah. A little hard to reach these when they're here, but anyway, I'll go after them in a sec. Maybe I'll put this here. Yeah. Seems pretty good. Yep. Okay, there's another one. Right. How about I'll stop, come back in a sec. I'll come back on the last one or something. Okay, I'm just gonna jump in. Yeah, okay, so now what I'm doing the center one. And if you can imagine that the top is two pieces of wood glued together, right? So I'm just gonna do the center one, and I'm gonna try like hell to make sure it's dead center. This is the one that the other ones I don't get upset if it's like a tiny bit off where the plan was. Just don't worry about it. But the center one, I really want to get dead center because it reinforces the glue line, right? So like on the back, you might have noticed on the back, there was, that's good. On the back there was a vertical piece, and that's like a center strip support piece, if that makes any sense. And that supports the glue line there, you know. And yeah. Oh, these might need to make new bamboo sticks soon. There's other ways of doing it, but like there's these curtain rod things that look really great, but it's just a lot of money, right? A lot of what I'm doing is, well, it's low budget for sure, but that has its advantages, right? Because you learn so much from doing things in a really simple way, I guess you could say. Let's just move this down. Oops, I'm grabbing the microphone there. I could use another one there, I think. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Yeah, back in a sec. Hey, I'm back. Okay, look, it's the end of the day. Look at that beautiful sun. There we go. It's a beautiful time of day. It's the magic hour. And right about now, pretty soon, the sun setting is going to cut right across that the stream there. It's so beautiful. Try to take photos then, but it doesn't really matter. It's just gorgeous all around, eh? Anyway, I always love to show where I'm living. Anyway, but we're talking about guitars, aren't we? Yep. Okay, so what have we done? You can see I've done my bracing here. That's all done. These cross braces are done. Now I've just got these support plates here and here that I just glued a little while ago, and just let those cool down for a while, and we'll be good to go. And I'm going to leave that overnight, and tomorrow I'll start working on the bracing and trimming that down and sanding and cleaning it up, make it look pretty on the back and the top. Maybe I'll even get to the point where I can join the neck to the top. Yeah. Yeah, so there we go. What to say? I want to get a good background view. Let's go there. There we go. God, it's so beautiful. I almost can't stand it. Anyway, there you go. Yep. I'll do another one soon. But I also did a water walk video, so have a look at that if you want to really hear me blab on about stuff. Ciao, hope everyone's doing good. Ciao.